app. I would use my phone. I would, a cool green dress or a nice red sofa somewhere. I would open my app, Hello Louise, and work there. But I would also like to catch colors through this. And we will soon see how. But show the card. How does that work? Well, the card works like this. I want to catch your color. I want to catch it through the phone. I will keep the camera of the phone when I start this function against measuring your color, your dress. And the color, due to this very clever card, will be caught. That is really, really, really cool. It's not art, it's the Pantone match card. I think everybody should have one in their pocket, because when you start working digitally, you want to make sure that your camera, whichever you have in your phone, has the optimized way of catching colors on the road, where we hope to be very soon, all of us. To work with colors from here in this app and then on your application in your computer is an amazing way to try to get this seamless way of working. So the processing of working with color to flow easier. So you meeting a lot of clients, talking trends with clients, which we will come back to, but also to be able to work with the colors, like you guys out there. You need tools like this to work together with the guides in your screens, in your programs, and in Adobe, which we will hear a lot about in a second. So thank you for showing the match card. How pretty it is. Matches my green phone. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward to our next guest. Hello, Jung. Great to have you with us.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We are connected with, are you on Manhattan or are you in New Jersey?
I'm in New Jersey, near the office.
Near the office, the Pantone office. So not very, but a new area within Pantone is the whole digital experience. And that's what you are managing, right?
So I joined the team about a year ago to help release and improve Pantone Connect. And yes, we are looking to integrate digital process for our designers.
Which is very helpful and a big task. We have been selling Pantone, as everybody have heard today, for a long time. We had the old color managers that people had a CD. I mean, that's so yesterday. Fantastic. It's like talking about fax and telex, but we are now entering the era where everything is seamless and you want everything on all platforms and you want your colors with you like your little babies, collecting them and keeping them and sharing them. And I think you will, well, what do you say? You will show us more. And why don't you start the presentation and we can chat afterwards?
All right, let's do it.
Thank you.
So I'll let me share. I have a little visual presentation for the folks here. So Pantone Connect, we had a beta version, and we want to test to see how we can transform how people work in the physical world and help them expedite and easily flow through their step-by-step in their work process through the digital tools. And that's where Connect 1.0 beta version was released. We've noticed a lot of folks used it, and there was a lot of value behind it. And so we decided to re-platform the whole thing, get more accessible, going through a lot of the tech changes to make sure that the platform is useful in a way that the designers will work. And so the way that we've thought about the digital aspect of Pantone guides, or that it's a digital complement to the physical guide. It is a paired tool that you would use with the physical guide, and it is to help you through your day-to-day workflow in your design process. Pantone Connect has exclusive access to over 15,000 Pantone colors in every library. It's in the cloud, which means any new colors are released, you'll see it right away. So you may see colors in Connect before you actually see it in the new books. The colors are always up to date because it's up in the cloud. It will help to get the physical color into your digital workflow. So you're able to use these products as an extension in your Adobe tools, so you'll be able to design with it. It's accessible to everyone. So if you have access to Wi-Fi, access to internet, you could sign up, log in, and then use Connect. We've also built this with the team and companies in mind. You don't design alone, you always have a team. And so we provided a way for you to collaborate with your other team members by sharing and live collaboration. And I will go through what those features are. So the Connect ecosystem, we wanted this to be ubiquitous, meaning when you think about color, it's with you everywhere, anywhere. We provided the mobile app, desktop tool, Adobe extension that's in Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator. You could download it as the Android app or the iOS app. We also have Go to Color measure card, which I'll go through. When you're out in the world and you feel inspired, we figured out how you can actually capture that inspiration through this little card and through the app. With the login, you could access up to 4 devices, and we made it easy for you to sign up and log in. So this easy access, again, we had in mind of how can you always think about color and have Pantone with you everywhere you go. So with one sign up, one single registration, you're able to access your information, all the saved palettes on Adobe extension, mobile app, web, as the same user. And so it would take, you could take Connect with you everywhere you go, and the interface is similar to every platform, so it's ease of use. So the key features that we thought through were things, the use cases that we thought of. How can you get color data, access to color information very quickly and fast? And then how can you use Pantone colors throughout your workflow, which is inspiration, design, and pre-production? And then we thought about how can you take your color design and your palettes to your next level by sharing with your teammates, by doing live update on your color. Both of your team or multiple team members can see and share with anyone who can actually access the products. And so let me go into demonstrating these features. So if you sign up, what you have here, what you see here is the mobile version. So I'm going to just separate out so you have a little understanding of what it looks like. So it's a responsive view of the web, and then you have the web version. And so let me just kind of go through the navigation and what you can find. When you sign up, we have the dashboard page. The dashboard page will save all of your color design palettes and any shared palettes so that you can easily open it up in other applications and use it and access it. And so your go-to place will be the dashboard. You have the easy access of color tools such as search. And here you can look up by color. And it will list by the library, so formula coded, color bridge, FHI. So all of our library, any keyword search returns will be displayed here. And if you click into the color, there are more menus or more features you could do. If you select a color, you could either add to palette, you can look up the color data, look at the shades, harmonies, cross-reference. You can look at the full screen or get physical sample or just look up the color. So if you are in a hurry, you need a color data, you're looking for a certain color, you could simply look up by searching for that color. Here on mobile, you could look for the color reference number. Let's try 205C. And you will get that list here. And every color has its own set of information that you could access right away. Another way of looking for a color is a visual aspect, visual way of looking for a color. You can go down the list of all the libraries. Let's say I'm going to pick the Pantone Color Coded, and then visually look for the color you're looking for. And then as you mouse over, you can see the color reference number. You could click into it. Again, you have more information of that color that you can do. So let's dig a little deeper into it. You've picked the library you want. You pick the color that you want visually. You can go into color data. Here, you'll see the color data, the library book page where this color belongs if you want to look up in a physical book. RGB, hex, lab, and formula. If you're looking for a CMYK conversion, you would want to go into the bridge guide and find the bridge color. So let's go into color bridge coded. And let's say I want to find the CMYK version of this color. Go into color data, and you will see the CMYK. You could copy it, and then you could paste it anywhere you would like. What we also thought about is how can we help you beyond just getting the data that you need, help you design your color, your palettes. So if you have a color selected, you can look at its shades, the hue, the saturation, the lightness. You can also look at the analog, complementary, monochromatic. Let's say this looks great for monochromatic. Let me add that to my palette. Okay. And then you'll be able to see also the cross-reference. The cross-reference is where to select the color, you can select the library you're looking for. Let's say I want formula uncoded. And then you can click, and then you could look at its color data. So you could drill even farther down. So I went from the coded to uncoded, and now I'm looking at its formula here. And so this is a way for you to not just look for the color data or color reference, but also helps you come up with the color palette that you're looking for. There are 4 ways of you to visually pick the colors you want. We just went over the visual guide of the colors you see. Extract, our popular feature. This allows you to take the photo that you're inspired by. You could upload a photo physically, any pictures you've taken or you found, or you could simply say, I want some color from the nature, and I'm gonna look up nature, and I'm gonna pull the Adobe color photo library. I can randomize the nature photo. Kind of liking this red, orangish color from the sun. And let's see what color that's Pantone 600U. Let's see what this orange looks like. That's 135U. I kind of like this. So let's look up the color data on this. And I could see the RGB hex and lab value and then Pantone formula. So now I could see that there are different ways of finding the colors that you're looking for. Another way to look for color is if you're doing from digital to prints. Or you have a lab value. So let's just look at RGB. You're doing a website, but also you need to produce a business card. Then this is the color that you currently use. Right? Let's say you could actually enter the coded stuff here. 1659 is the RGB you're using for your website or even hex. I'm gonna just randomly enter number. Okay. And then I'm going to do this as formula coded, and I'm going to convert. So my hex color that I'm using for the website, now I know that this 669 is the print color that I need to use for my business card or any other print material. Have most compatible colors visually, that's on web and also on prints. So again, this can be added to palette, and then you can also look at the full screen if you would like to just compare those colors. All this can be done on web and done on mobile. So if you see the menu is on the bottom, okay. And another visual way of collecting your color is the measure. And I'm gonna demo this in real time with my phone. So we have this card right here. And this is a additional purchase. But what this has is a bunch of colors with bevels on top to accurately measure the color lighting. So what it does is it calibrates the color that you are matching in. For example, if you want a color of my shirt here, you would take a photo of it and it will show it to you. So let's just go in there. So I'm gonna go into web and put on the measure page. I also have this here, and I'm gonna open up the app. And I'm going to mirror this on my Mac. All right. So as you could see, this is the app that I have. And I have the card here. I'm going to measure this color right here. So the hole that you see inside, here we go, is what it's taking a photo of. So I'm going to align the card. You see the green line, so you have to align it. Okay, that's my best match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to palette. And then let's save this as inspiration. Let's do this as Formula Guide Uncoded. And I'm going to name this as, let's just say, new color. Okay. Oh. I'm going to save that. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Ta-da! You have it up in your web and your desktop. So what I just did was I took the color, right, and saved it. So I'm going to go back to my palette. Okay, there it is. It's saved onto my palette right here. So let me go into why this is very important. You're able to visually get the color you want, and then we could give you the data if you want. If you want the data, we could give you data right away by doing search. But if you want to take this color from your inspiration phase and go into actually design phase, then this is how you would do it. You would sign in. Let me just, let's see, this is here. Let me go back, it needs to load. Okay. Computer's a little slow today, so we're gonna see, oh, here it is, yep. So like I said, it's up in the cloud. I saved my color that I took with my color match card. I want to use this color in my design. So what I would do is I would download the app, open the extension, and InDesign, Photoshop, or Illustrator. I'm currently in Photoshop. And any of the colors you have, whether it's saved here or the colors you see visually, you're able to design with it. So let me take this object here. If you look at the color little workspace here, if I click into it, it changes. So now I took the color that I like in a physical world, took the Pantone color, now I know which is achievable Pantone color, and now I'm able to design with it. I could also add this to my swatch, and so that it's in my swatches. And so the value of the Pantone Connect extension is that I can take any of the colors that I either find through pick, extract, convert, measure, and design with it. The value app is I could quickly find the color that I need. The value of the desktop is one key project that we're very, very excited about. It's called Color Story. It allows you to create the mood board. Let me go back to the web version and why this is more useful for the web, because you have the bigger real estate, right? Like trying to imagine trying to do this. The purpose of the Color Story is that we want you to take your inspiration, your project at a whole different level. So we want you to create a mood board, let's say 3 images. Same process as extract, you could upload or search. And this allows me to take different images, okay, and extract more colors. So this will be great if you're doing a bigger campaigns or more events that you're doing. So really for bigger projects where this can be shared with your team members. And so I have these 3 inspirational images. I'm going to extract the color. And the reason I say this is not best in mobile extension, you could still do it, is the real estate is quite small, right? And so visually it's not as engaging, but if you go to the web desktop, you could do this in a bigger view. And so if I take this, I can move this dots around, and I could change this to, let's say, let's try neon. Should be interesting what we come out with neon colors on this one. Okay. And then I'm going to add to palette. I'm going to call this Nature 2022. Okay. Save it. Okay. I'm going to go to my extension. Let's just reload it. I'll just reload this guy. Okay, let's let it catch up. Let's go through some colors here and see if it's going to catch up. Yeah, it's still catching up because I'm presenting it's very slow. But the idea is that you will see the palette in since you saved it. And where you will see it is, here we go. Here we go. Color story. And here's your palette. And now I could actually go in and design this color, this color, this color. And I can actually share this with my colleague. Okay, so now I'm the owner. This person got the shared, and exactly they'll see this palette. And if that other person changes color to red, I will see red on my side in real time. So it's a true collaboration that you'll be doing. So the idea in high level, going back to what Connect is not just giving you a digital paired tool to the book where you're just referencing the color and looking at the data. It really helps you expedite your workflow by looking at the colors, designing with the colors that's achievable, and flow that really suffices how you do your day-to-day. We also offer trending colors, color of the year, where you can actually add and start designing with these colors. You can analyze any colors that you have in the palette. So you have the luminance map. You're able to see the color blind simulation. So you can really understand how the colorblind folks can see the color. You can see the color lists as gradient, how that looks as a gradient, combination of the colors against a dark and black background. And this is very important if you're also designing for digital, because the background can really affect the color that you've chosen. And so again, this is all about how we can help designers design, but really think about color in a design sense and as a primary workflow as part of your other parts of your design process. We are always looking to improve the product, so we're always welcoming people's feedback, but we're really hoping that this Connect will grow and continue to grow as our designers become better designers and try to become more digital savvy.
Thank you. I mean, it is so amazing, the whole world of color, and it's a little bit like this intuitive thing. What if I could? Yes, I could. What if I could? Yes, I can. I can catch a fantastic color on a sofa in that cool bar we hopefully can go to soon, and I can really be one with my mission, which I believe all the audience are doing here. But it's also, I'm also thinking here, it's also about this space of digital color that has come to a very nice level. I mean, not like the first computer I was ever working on with the green text on a black background. We are today in beautiful screens where the light and the colors mix, which I almost have the idea that even the most terrible color looks pretty on a screen. Also saying that, well, if you want to produce that color somewhere, you need to make sure you produce it the right way so you can actually achieve it. But it's this playfulness in a professional way, I think will help the creative processes, because I think in many ways we have been stopping creative processes by all this doesn't work for people. And the way I perceive this, when you have, what you have been showing now is obviously the the upgraded version, the premium version, but it's to such a low cost per person. I think it's amazing, and we are kind of bridging, let's say, color and color tools that are physical with the needs of really managing a lot of color work, but adding the intuitive in a more beautiful way. You talk to a lot of clients. I know you do a lot of special meetings and so on. What is their reaction, would you say?
Yeah, so what's interesting is that I think the design industry hasn't had a real good color tools. I mean, outside of the standards that help you make sure the quality is good, right? So when they see Connect and that we thought about, and we're not 100% there yet, but we thought about the workflow process. We thought about everywhere, anywhere you could think about color, how Connect can be there with them. They didn't even realize color is that relevant, right?
Yeah.
Because they were, like what you said was, we were kind of pigeonholed into this process, and the creative minds have to kind of fit ourselves into that box, but now kind of liberating that by digitally being there and being more ubiquitous. And also for us, what's important is user experience and user research. We do a lot of research, literally thousands of people we interview, and understand, like, how do you work that we don't even know about?
Yeah.
How does color matter to you that Pantone doesn't even know about? So that we can build up to that expectation and help you come to fruition on your workflow process, because that is what makes creative unique, right? We're powering this unique, this creativity, and
Yes.
color is so important in every aspect of it. But I think it's been a long time that there are no tools out there to really facilitate the sophistications of how designers think about color. So we want Connect to be the tool for that.
Yes, I totally agree, and I think this seamlessness, especially all these people working in the graphic area, is so important, because people need to have so many tasks, and I hear that a lot of graphic designers, maybe all kind of designers, but people feel a lot of pressure that they have to collab with so many aspects of color, and maybe have to design 3D but color, and then they have to perform and deliver, and everybody needs to understand, and it's about different formats and hex there and RGB there, and in the end they need to deliver something that becomes a packaging in the end, and with a higher speed, I should say, as well. So I think making maybe the natives of the millennials, we feel very comfortable just going along, and others will struggle a little bit to make this part of their workflow. But we are very happy here at ColourHouse to see that brands takes it on as even a domain solution, which we are about when you contact us. But you can literally say that your brand and those who have the basically have the Adobe accounts in a company will have an automatic premium access, so they don't even notice, they don't access everything, which is also a struggle, not a code to have to figure out and put in the right way, and sensitive letters and so on. But I just find this so interesting, where we're not seeing things in a line, we're seeing things in a circle, where we are kind of helping people coming back and performing whatever the task is. So yeah, I think this is lovely. I so look forward to see how this grows, and God knows where we end in the end. But it's such an important part. We're not with your physical tool and dive into your digital, or you do both and you're seamless, or, well, your starting point can really be anywhere, as you just shown. A nice photograph, and you find your green, and then you go back to your book and see, okay, that's going to be nice when I produce it. So
yeah, the guide will always be the source of truth, but the tool is to facilitate your workflow day to day. And
yes.
So we are also very excited and hope that we could kind of nail down every creative aspect that the team or the creative person is looking for in color. And that's why we always ask for feedback. Let us know. Give us understanding of what features you want, because we want to be the facilitator.
Yes. So, of the digital color communication language for people's daily life in graphic design. Isn't that a beautiful way to say hello to the audience and wish them good luck, and let them contact us, and we will be happy to deliver codes or domain accesses. You can buy one single access for one person, so everybody can join who wants to. Fantastic. I thank you so much for your time. Lovely to have this presentation. It's nice to see really what you can do with things. You always wanted everything, even a mobile phone you buy. You want to have that kind of special presentation so you can click into these things that matters to you. I hope everybody out there loves this. I certainly do. I think it's so great. So, Jung, thank you for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah, fantastic. And keep up the good work. And beautiful, we can connect across the Atlantic. And hopefully we can hug one day as well. Let's hope.
Yeah, I hopefully soon, yes, for sure. But thank you so much for having me and allowing the time to present the products to your customers.
Thank you. And well, we talk soon again, I hope. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Working with graphics in your office environment many times give you a lot of battles. Let's say you work on this. This is one of the beautiful trend books. You have chosen a story, you've picked some ideas for prints, and you've taken